And hello again, folks. It is I, Kamikaze, here to bring you just a random update on what's been going on. Some of you may have known in the last few days, I've been a little antisocial. It's just kind of how my brain works sometimes. So it's like no one in particular. If you feel like I'm ignoring you, I am not. I'm just not really being very social. But what's been going on is a couple things. One, some of you may have known that I now have Tuesdays and Thursdays off because I was going to be using that to pack and move into a new house, which I will do a lovely little navigation, what is it called? Tour video of the house once I get into it, which will be starting the 4th of next month. Yeah, it's a yay and nay kind of thing. What's going on is I could stay here in my apartment and, go back to working 7 days a week. Or my mom offered me the basement, which is twice the size of my current apartment, and will be installing a door so it becomes a completely separated living space, which will be really awesome. And as I said, it's going to be twice the space. It's got 2 bedrooms, technically 3 bedrooms. One of them's a pantry currently. It's got its own bathroom, its own fridge. It's got everything down there already, and it's absolutely amazing. I've already been in there, seen the house, and walked around. And in exchange of that, I no longer have to pay rent, but I do have to go to college, or back to college. I went 12 years ago, so I think that's a fair enough exchange, because then that's going to allow me to save up some money, because glorious things happen. My car broke down yet again, and what happened was first, we're going to start first. The fans on the radiator just stopped, and then the air conditioner stopped. And apparently they were connected, so forth. So took it into the shop. Took them 2 weeks. 2 weeks to find out that it was a fuse. But what happened is when the fuse blew, it also killed the air compressor and the other things attached to it. And so when I tried to drive the car, I drove it for 1 day after getting it back. Worked fine. The next day, I was not even halfway through my route. And then I went to start the car, and it was like, vroom. And what happened was the air compressor completely froze up the engine, the belt or whatever. I'm not a car guru, so don't expect me to have knowledge of this. So then I had to wait a couple more days, and another $400 later. So that means in this car, the three of the four tires have been replaced. The entire front end has been replaced, as in the wheels and so forth. Because apparently, when I got it taken in for a checkup, that it was literally on the verge of collapsing. It could have collapsed at any moment, and it would have been much more than the $700 repair, which it ended up being. And then there's the air compressor. Then there's the rear lamp that broke. I don't even know how it broke. I mean, it's just, I have glorious luck when it comes to cars. Be my third car within the last 19 months. Well, the first one was my fault. The second one was just my brother's fault because he bought me a crappy car. And then this one has just been nothing but trouble. Glorious. Third thing, the event that I had planned on the 28th, which, just so people know, it was the day after my birthday, I'm not canceling it. I'm just going to postpone it because, as previously indicated, people that were promised to help out with donating knives, and they offered that of their own free will, which is why I was offering it as a prize to begin with. All crapped out on me, one of which has been permanently blocked from all methods of communication because he's an ass. Complete ass. I'm postponing it because at this moment, since of more repairs on my cars, I can't even afford to furnish the knife myself this time. So hopefully I'll be able to do a lovely streaming event at some time in the future and provide prizes and all sorts of stuff. Thankfully, I did not take any donations from any of you guys for it yet because I was waiting until I had definitive knowledge. So I don't need to return anything because there was nothing to return. But if any of you have any other ideas or anything else that you want to shoot my way, let me know. We can try and get something working because I really want to do an event and give you guys stuff because that makes me happy. I like giving things. Well, obviously when I can. Other than that, you've noticed I've thrown up a few videos here and there, left, right, some Pokemon, some random games that I'm playing by myself, so I'm still got stuff on deck that I'm still uploading, but I just have not been into the whole social thing where I normally jump into Counter-Strike and hit up a few people, say how you doing, and so forth, gain some more subscribers. But as of right now, I'm getting a little bit back into gear, and so hopefully I will be doing some more streaming really soon, as well as more videos with you guys. Again, I will say this at the end, just because if you're actually listening to all this, I give you 10 kamikaze points. Keep track of those. If there is ever a game that you would like to play with me that is co-op, not against each other, because I prefer not fighting each other. As you know, I don't like 1v1 scenarios or stuff like that. Brawlhalla was an exception, because that one was actually quite entertaining. But if there's any co-op games that you can think of that I have never played, that you may not have never played, I prefer starting a game with no knowledge and having no knowledge with the person I'm playing with. If this is making any sense, let me know. That'd be great. That we can play, and you can it's either free, or you can furnish me a code or anything of the sort. I will play it with you. I will, if it ends up being a long game, I will stream it and record it with you at a specific day of the week, weekly. Do all that great stuff. Ignore this. This is my Pokemon battery pack. I don't know why I'm even paying attention to that. So you can play games with me, and you can see me on a weekly basis, or talk to me on a weekly basis and play it. And we can do 3 to 4 hour recordings. As you saw previously, I did a thing with Tori I Am, who is another YouTuber. Giving a lovely shout out to her, just because she is, well, really the only YouTuber that I've known that's continuously putting out quality stuff. If you haven't seen it yet, go check out one of the Don't Starve Together videos, and there's a link to her channel in there. Go check it out, subscribe to her, check out her stuff. It'll help her out a lot, and then get her into gear to play more Don't Starve Together with me. So if you folks have any other questions, or if my rant went on way too long, I'm sorry. Please remember, like, subscribe, comment, do all the fun things, make me a happy camper, and I'll catch you guys in the next videos that I end up doing. Good day.